everybody. This is the Politically Incorrect Podcast, episode 967. Capping. I don't even know what episode this is. But I'm gonna go ahead, like with all them extra hours it takes and shit. But I'm gonna go ahead and let everyone introduce themselves. So let's start with man in the control room.
Yeah, you know,
in the booth, Big Tig.
Keenan Nelson, aka Mugga. Follow me on Instagram, KMugga19.
Heard it. Okay, Sean.
Hey, Sean, aka Cohiba season, COHIBA season. Every season is my season. That's my reason. Don't follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or any of that because I don't want you to.
Heard it.
Nice.
Last but not least,
Damon, you know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
You know the
Okay.
And I'm your pod arbitrator, as they like to call me. Dan the man, Petty King Danny, at Nuke Skywalker. You know, that's y'all can follow me. I'm not gonna be rude like K Sean, but you know what it is. So y'all ready to get started?
I agree with K Sean, but I didn't say it. I said that shit earlier. I'm like, I want none of the motherfuckers to follow me.
Somebody, so you're gonna say some wild shit and they're gonna slide in your DMs and cuss you out. That's why.
I ain't worried about sliding in my DM. I don't check those anyway, bro. That's a dub. Dub.
K Sean said I should delete fucking Instagram anyway, so
Word. So actually, I want to talk a little bit about social media, and about the communication. So do you guys feel that social media helps, improves, or impedes communication? Anybody want to go first? Go ahead, take a shot.
K Sean's over there. You know, these sounds like that nigga.
Hey, man. He sound like he got a lot to think about.
I feel like, to be honest, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do a little start off. It's gonna be something small, but like in the context of like, I feel like in a face-to-face scenario, like they said, like majority of the millennials, they're all about going on social media, doing everything digitally. Nobody likes the face-to-face communication contact anymore as much as what it used to be. And I feel like it's making people very not very talkative. They're antisocial. I see it in a lot of people where they get very awkward and weird in a lot of verbal communication, and they just don't know how to go about just everyday life. Everything has to be through just even like you got niggas bagging chicks, right? Like they got to do it. Everything got to be through Tinder and all those other Bumble and all that other shit. And it's like, damn, like there's other ways of communication with a chick. Like, why can't you go to your local lounge or something like that and kick it with somebody and talk to them face to face and get to know them, build that rapport with them? Everybody wants to just take that easy route and say, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna do it digitally. Then when they end up getting their number, they don't even make no phone call with them. It's just all text. And then they meet them in person and then everything just becomes mad, just disturbing.
Digitally? So hold on, you think digitally is easier, bro? I think it's 100 times easier in person to me versus using those fucking apps or social media. It just feels unnatural to me.
I feel like
I think that depends on the person.
That's true.
Right.
I think that the reason I don't like the whole digital stuff and just like texting on words and all that stuff is because it leaves a lot of room for misinterpretation on a lot of things. Because you can't get that sense of feeling and you can't see the body language and the demeanor from the other side. So it leaves a lot of ambiguity. Oh,
ambiguity. Yeah, you good.
Fucking almost fucked up the word.
Trying to use big words and
God damn. That's that sake for you, man.
Oh man, you need to leave that sake alone.
Man, that's sake
nigga
crazy.
drinking
But
sake.
I kind of agree with that though. Like a lot of people are getting antisocial through social media, which is kind of weird. Like I feel like it kind of serves the wrong purpose these days. I don't know. Like it's just people get real lame and just like, yo, if you socially awkward, just say that. You know what I mean? Like don't try to be popping on social media. I got 10,000 followers. I talk to everybody. Everything I do is lit. Life is lit. And then when we see you, it's like you catch someone in traffic and they a total different person.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm looking at, so I'm just gathering some data actually on my phone, and there's this one survey. So I know it's only one source, so we kind of got to take it for face value. But this one survey shows that 74% of millennials talk to others online more than they do the person face to face. And that speaks a lot of volumes. Like it's a generational thing.
Right.
I'm looking at this shit.
I don't
like,
know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that survey.
The times also changing too, though, where fucking niggas can grocery shop straight online and get the shit delivered. Like a lot of the fucking social interactions, people just don't have to do anymore. Period. So it's like,
I feel like just so the communication, even though communication is more social media or online or whatever, not in person, but that doesn't mean that there's less face-to-face communication than before, in the sense that in the past people didn't have the same accessibility to people, so maybe the face-to-face interaction is the same amount, but it's just triple, quadruple, whatever the case is, as far as communication via text and social media and all that.
You just feel like it just made an easier path to communicate with people.
Yeah, it just gives you more opportunity, because if I got a shorty that I met at the mall, right, and there's no social media, aside from talking to her on the phone, I can only talk to her in person. Versus, you know, if the same scenario, I meet a shorty at the mall, I could talk to her on Facebook, we're gonna text, we're gonna do whatever, you know, I'm gonna communicate with her more outside of just seeing her in person, but we'll still communicate in person as well.
Right.
So I don't know if the ratio necessarily, I'm not saying that it's one way or another, but I'm just saying based on that survey, I can't really make a real, like I can't make a real connection.
I see. Well, and also, I mean, and I get it, right, Dan? I fucking feel you on it. And I know it's just one piece of data, but how, you personally, what do you think about it? Do you feel like people are not as great at communicating, in your own opinion, in your experience with it? You think that people are
I think you get a little bit of both, honestly. I don't know if it's more one way or the other, because for example, Dame just said he thinks in person is way easier. But then there's a lot of people who don't have that self-confidence that in person they're not gonna approach a shorty or whatever, but on Facebook or social media, on Facebook or social media, they can just send a message, and if they get turned down, they don't have to deal with that rejection in person. So I think it kind of goes both ways as far as communication. I think the bigger part of it is kind of what Kayshawn was talking about when he was like, people act a certain way on social media, and then when you catch them in traffic or wherever, it's a whole different person. So,
but I think
I've seen a lot of that shit.
I think those people are those people that are socially awkward. They're just on social media and they have this persona that's different than their actual being. So I think those are the type of person, like before social media, you probably be like, yo, this motherfucker isn't very socially inept. But
I think
not necessarily that either.
I think that when more of the social media shit came into play, people started, they didn't really learn to be, I think it's getting worse in terms of like the learning curve of even just being social and being into it with it.
As far as like the generation coming up.
Yeah, like I feel like, for example, you got the what they call you got the Zoomers and shit like that. And I met a lot of Zoomers and I'm realizing, I'm like, damn, these niggas is weirdos. Like,
you can't say that, nigga, because our parents probably looked at the shit we do and said we were weirdos, and look at these.
It's coming from my experience, my nigga.
Of course. Our parents hated us, just so you know.
Exactly. Yeah, they're like, what the fuck are these niggas listening to? This rip rap music and this.
Yeah, my mom was out, man. My mom had
that's a whole
nigga,
different. That's a whole different scenario, though.
As-
we talking about communication, though. We ain't talking about all that other shit.
Because you remember okay, so everybody here is at least 1992 and under in terms of birth, and we like first growing up, we didn't really, because remember when the internet first came along, it wasn't as intuitive. There wasn't no social media for one, so I didn't even start hopping on social media until I was like 14. So I went through a lot of life just taking the city bus to a
That's like AIM and MySpace and all that.
Yeah, like MySpace. I wasn't even on AIM.
I was gonna say AIM been around for a while. I don't know if people consider that social media, because if you do, then social media been around for a grip.
Yeah, I consider social media things like you can put a profile picture. Was
Facebook? It says talk about Facebook, and you said
Facebook, MySpace, like shit, like Twitter. You know, that's why I consider the real age of social media.
Nah, you gotta relax. Mi Gente was out here in Black Planet.
Yeah, Mi Gente, Black Planet,
shit lit.
Social Planet.
Nigga, I forgot about Black Planet.
But the thing about
Black Planet was lit. My nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if I could say it was lit now.
Man, that shit was, nigga, back in the day, that shit was fire, but like, I ain't gonna hold you.
But like,
what the fuck is
Black? But like, even MySpace. When did MySpace?
What the fuck is
early 2000s?
Black Planet?
What the fuck is Black Planet, man?
Oh man,
she was Shelter, my nigga.
Yes,
it's Christian Mingle for niggas.
Christian Mingle.
Ooh, I forgot about that shit. Christian Mingle. God damn.
Yo, all these shits is kind of, at least from my understanding, it's kind of based off Black Planet. Like those Black Planet, and then literally that was for like young black individuals to meet and talk. It was social media.
That's where all the black men were trying to find the hoes, nigga.
Hey, yo.
I don't know anything about that. I'm just speaking from what I know. So that was Black Planet.
You sound guilty by association, nigga.
I just seen. Listen, I actually didn't have a like to be firm on this. I actually didn't have a profile, but I had some cousins.
Oh man,
I'm not gonna say no names.
You don't blame the cousins. Come on, man.
I don't believe this nigga either.
I ain't say no names, my nigga. I got a lot of cousins.
But Dame, so basically Black Planet was like the originator, at least from my understanding of this shit. Then they had Mi Gente was for the Latin American Spanish folk to do it. So it's literally
what was that?
Mi Gente.
The fuck is that?
It's Black. I just said it. It's Black Planet for Spanish people.
Yeah, no. I know you said that. I'm trying to think back. Like, damn, do I?
Yeah. So basically,
that translates to my people, right? Mi Gente.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah. So Black Planet, Mi Gente, and then it's literally Christian Mingle, but it was for Black people and for Spanish people. Like literally, that's basically how it was. Like it's for Christians to meet. It was for Black people to meet. It was for Spanish people to meet. Like that's what it was.
Right.
That's like the real beginnings of like social media, online dating, online hookup shit, as far as I know.
Yeah. So if you live in Hartford, it's like crossing over from the north end, which is Black Planet, and the south end, which is Mi Gente. That was it.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah, that was it.
My nigga said from New Haven to Fairhaven.
That's it, bro. Oh, that's it.
God,
I went from Black to Dominican real quick.
Yeah, but I mean, even those, so MySpace came out, what, 04, 02, 03, somewhere in that time frame?
No idea, bro. It's a blur.
So if MySpace came out after Black Planet and Mi Gente and all that shit, that means it had to be early 2000s or late 90s. So we talking about 20 plus years of social media, to be really honest.
Right.
So I do agree with Keenan's take that over time, I think people are becoming more socially awkward, like the younger people, because they're not having as much or not needing to have as much interaction because they're learning to interact on social media first.
Right.
But I mean, for people like our age and older that were already like, you are who you are at that point, right? So it's like some people were one way and social media helped them, and some people social media hurt them. So
hold on.
I think we're generationally biased. I think it's probably the same shit, to be honest, as when
I don't think the social. I think the social aspect.
I think we're generationally.
Okay, so
biased.
let me. How can I phrase this shit? You don't feel like.
Nope.
Dame, I just want to ask you this question. You don't feel like a lot of the people born after the millennials and stuff, you don't, from what you've seen so far, you don't think that they're more socially awkward?
It's just different times, bro. It's like, it's hard for me to relate to that because it's a different norm. So for them, it's not socially awkward. You know what I mean? To them, that's their norm. So it's like, and then we do have shit like FaceTime and stuff too, where you could still get body language and cues and stuff like that. I mean, it's probably, to me, it's probably the same shit, different day. That's the way I look at it. Just have more tools.
Like my thing is, I feel like we are a little more socially awkward because if we didn't have so many other outlets, like, all right, we got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got ways to contact people without having to talk to them, right? And we can get to it on our own time. Even people that are in our realm and like our generations, like, I don't know about y'all, but when someone calls me, it's like, it's a hassle. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to talk on the phone to you ever. Like, I don't care who you are.
I'm getting better with that. I used to never answer my phone calls, but now I'm better to get better.
No, you call me, you can, don't expect me to pick up. Like, unless it's scheduled type shit, like, I'm not answering the phone. Like, that's a dub. So, like, dog, like,
you're just a busy man. You don't got time to bullshit around. That's all it sounds like.
I get that, but I'm saying, like, now if we didn't have these other mediums, you would be more so like, I guess it would give you more of a euphoric feel. Like, it'd be like, yo, people care about me, they calling me like lit, versus, all right, I got 100 likes on this photo.
So you think our dopamine receptors are essentially diminished from fucking overstimulation from the social media interaction?
Exactly, because once you lit on that, it's like, all right, well, now what? Oh, someone calling me fucking, like, you feel me? It's unfortunate. Yeah. That's the first thing that come to mind. And I'm just like, damn, son, like, that's my cousin. I ain't speak to him in 2 years. Like, I should pick this shit up.
Like, nah. I
ain't gonna lie. There be
probably just people, like a photo or some shit.
Yeah.
I think the bigger problem is not even the social awkwardness or the communication. I just feel like the bigger problem is that people have their different personas and these facades of who they are on social media versus who they are in person. That's the bigger issue to me. I really don't care about the communication. I mean, I don't know if it's getting better or worse. There's no way to really prove it. But I just don't like the dudes and girls who hop on social media talking all that rah-rah shit and in real life they ain't about it, or they talk all this money shit and they take pictures with money and they buying bags and all, but they really broke. Like, that's, to me, that's the bigger issue.
Yo, that's no different than real life though. Niggas do that in fucking outside of social media. So it really is the same shit. Niggas still
but the amount of people that
clout chasing and doing stuff.
But the amount of people that you reach is very different though.
Huh?
The amount of people that you can reach is vastly different.
Right.
Like, if I want to act like I got it and I want to go outside and have some designer shit on and I go to the club, like, that's cool. I'm gonna go to the club, have some designer shit on. If I go have some designer shit and I take a picture, thousands and millions of people can see that picture that I posted to social media. If I go to the club, y'all niggas ain't never gonna see what I got on. But once I post it on my Instagram, y'all niggas who are 1,500 miles away can now say, "Oh shit, this nigga damn fly as hell. He went to the club, da da da." Like,
what does that
way
do,
more
though?
People.
What does that do? That nigga ain't gonna meet you.
No, but I'm lost, damn.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So I don't get it. Like, those people are not gonna meet you or know you. So like, why does it matter? Like,
that's the point I'm making. They're putting on a facade. You're acting as you're someone that you're not. So you have people 1,500 miles away, people you probably never met, thinking like, "Yo, this nigga lit. This nigga really got it." Don't even know your ass behind on rent. Like, that shit corny. That shit is corny.
I know some niggas that is mad popular and shit. Yo, this is actually really funny. So a shorty had told me about how she met some girl at the gas station. I guess the girl worked there, some shit like that, and was helping her out with something. And then the girl was like, the attendant was like, "Oh, like follow me on TikTok." And I guess this girl got like millions of views and shit like that. And the way she flaunts around on her TikTok and everything, you would think she was a fucking star, my nigga. And that bitch is broker than the joke, nigga.
That's how it be sometimes.
But wait. Now that's the other thing though too. Like now, is that a bad thing though? Because now that could project like, all right, well look, this is what you can become. Like social media could be a motivator. So where, all right, well damn, I'm broke. I work at a gas station. I'm fucked up. But yo, on here, I'm a star. So in my mind, I'm a star. And it all starts mentally. You know what I'm saying? So once you start to, you know, continue to tell yourself that, and then you start to speak it, you start to do it, you know, it can actually develop into something beneficial.
Yo,
so like, is that something that's a negative truly?
This shit started cutting out.
I got your
some bullshit.
I see where you're going with it.
I got the message.
Nah, I get where he was going. I don't agree though. I
see what you're saying.
I don't agree,
No?
but like I do agree because that can ultimately help people's self-confidence, you know, and all that, and ultimately be a motivator. But there's people that are doing it to not motivate shit. Like they're doing it because of the recognition.
It sounds to me that it's just a tool, right? And there's tools it's based on how it's used. So like it could be a positive thing or it could be a negative thing depending on how you use it. So I mean, it is what it is, essentially. That's why, I mean, again, I think same shit, different day. That's my take on it. People communicate probably, I don't know. I guess I get it. Like Keishawn said, they don't it's not much reward for calling someone on the phone as there used to be. So I get that whole concept. To say we're more socially awkward, I don't know though. I don't know.
I just want to say, all in all, I think social media is killing us. You got people like in a situation where they're having a big ass dinner, my nigga, and everybody's ready to dig in. Niggas like, no, hold up, I gotta take a flick and throw this shit on fucking Snapchat. No, I gotta throw this on my Instagram. Like, look at me.
I don't see nothing wrong with that though.
I was gonna say that. What's wrong with that though? That's taking a picture.
Yeah,
that's being socially corny.
Oh God.
I think it just depends on the person.
Yeah,
I think it depends on the person, and like Dame said, it's a tool, so it's just how you use it.
Approval. You want approval.
The bigger problem is not when everyone's at dinner and they stop before they take a picture stop before they eat to take a picture. The bigger problem is when you're at a big ass dinner with 15 niggas at the table and 12 of them niggas is like this.
And 12 of them niggas don't like it.
That's a problem.
That's another wrinkle.
That's a problem.
That's another wrinkle, Dan. You see that?
Shit.
You got people that do. I see that shit all the time. Even at parties. Like, I remember back in the day when niggas would be at these parties and shit, acting wild and shit. People was actually dancing, going wild and bagging. And for viewers that don't know, bagging means getting chicks, whatever the case may be. And all that stuff was just fluid. And now you go to your local lounge or some regular type of party, you got everybody on their phones. Nobody's really paying attention to the vibe of the party, the flow of the party. Everything is just like, what the fuck?
So maybe it's just a different time. Same shit, different day. So now instead of the medium being that, maybe social media is that medium where people are bagging chicks. And like I said, it just don't work for me. But maybe that's the normality now. That's the norm where people get on their phones and handle that shit instead of face-to-face interaction. Maybe that's just the new normal, and then it's different to us because we're in that we knew differently.
But in life, to get through in life, you had to get through in life in a positive manner. You had to be good socially to get to a high standing, high earning, high anything. For the most
nowadays,
part.
You don't have to though, so that's doesn't matter. I'm saying.
You don't even have to go to the store to get your groceries. You could work from home, have that shit delivered. Like you could totally avoid people.
I seen it was an interview with some corporate sales boss or whatever, and he was telling me, or not telling me directly, but saying it publicly on YouTube. The nigga was saying that every time he interviews people just fucking, they just, like, I'm talking about newer cats, they just suck socially. Like, they can't even conduct themselves in the interview. And I blame, in some part, I blame that to social media, the credence of it. I think that plays some type of leverage into this awkwardness and this antisocialness, and that.
Yeah, I ain't rolling with that.
I think it'll come full circle, man. I think people will realize the value. And while people are lacking, I'm going to work on my people skills. And I think eventually people will realize the value, how valuable interpersonal skills are. And then it'll be like, I think it'll be important, more important than it is now. So fuck it.
I don't know, bro.
That either.
My whole shit is like, my only thing is like, I get where you coming from. I can't fully blame social media. I feel like it can be a cause. You get what I'm saying? But once again, to double back on what was said, it depends on how you're using it. Like, for me, social media is nothing but a tool to keep in touch with people that I care about, see what's going on, and market whatever's being sold. That's it. Aside from that, I don't give a fuck about social media. And that's it. And I guess that's probably why I'm a little different than some of the newer kids or even the older dudes that just can't get lit. I don't know. But aside from that, like, also to double back at what you were saying, like, I get where you coming from, Mug, as far as like, yo, everybody on the phones in the club, like, all right, what's the premise of you coming to the club to bag girls on the phone? That's just like, say, how Damon was saying, you could order your food from the phone, like you can get your groceries delivered. That's like showing up to the grocery store, you in aisle 5 on the phone ordering your groceries to get delivered to your house, but you feel me? Like, it's ass backwards to me, but it is what it is. Like you said, it's a different time. But like I said, basically, I don't know, like social media, it's caused a lot. I won't solely blame anti-socialists on social media, but I know it's caused a ripple.
I think
also. Go ahead, Dan.
I said, I think Trend 86 will agree with the fact that we'll end up more in where things are simpler, because I think when things get too chaotic, bringing things back to simpler times or simpler, I think things will become more simple. And then when they do, I think that's where interpersonal skills will become bigger again. I think people make the world go around. Maybe that's why I think that. But
the reason why I say I'm not rolling with a lot of this is because in today's world, especially when you talk about jobs and shit, you don't even need to be social to be in these positions. Like, dudes is having interviews where they ask you to record yourself answering questions, and then you Zoom call someone to get the position. Like, and dudes is working from home, and like, I don't think that ultimately is gonna make a difference. It's a person by person basis, honestly. Some niggas is awkward, some niggas aren't. Like, you can survive and like live well depending on what you're gonna do, and be fucking socially awkward.
But I think it's an actual human need to be social. So like, I think you have to be so. It's a need, yo. You can't isolate yourself. I don't think.
But you don't need to isolate yourself to be socially awkward, right? Like, right. You can be socially awkward and not like interacting with new people, doing new things. You cannot be an outgoing person. You can be a very shy and reserved person, and you can just stick to what you know. You can be very reserved with communicating with one person, communicating with just your family, like spending time with people that you've known since you were younger. Like, there's ways to still interact with people while being socially awkward.
Right.
I feel like if you're even interacting with your family, you would have to still develop some sort of effective communication. As long as you're dealing with people, even if it's family, you still have to. But
that's not being socially awkward, though. Like, you can be socially awkward. So You're telling me if you're socially awkward, you're not going to interact with your family either?
No, what I'm saying is if you're interacting with your family, it should help with being socially awkward because you're still interacting with people. So you would develop some sort of people skills, even though it's from the people you know. You still have to be able to read body language and understand emotions and still like, I think you would get better. You can talk to family and essentially get better at communication and social interactions. That's what I think.
You can, but that doesn't mean you will.
It's the case by case basis. That's really what it is. So I can agree and disagree with that. So I just feel like it's a case by case basis. Like you can either develop or you cannot develop, or you can have the ability to develop and say, look, I'm not fucking with these other people. Pretty much.
Do you guys?
Now I was gonna say because it definitely goes by the person. Like there's no two ways around it. But I feel like if being reserved or being outgoing is ultimately the difference, because you can be socially awkward in like an outgoing sense, meeting new people and like interacting with them, and how you interact with them might be socially awkward, but you can still interact and not really be socially awkward with like people that you've already known and that you're close with. Right. So I mean, it really goes down. If you want to go down to the semantics of it, I don't know if it really like makes a difference, but that's just how I'm looking at it.
So extroverts for introverts. So you think extroverts can be or tend to be socially awkward?
Extroverts?
No.
Because they're outgoing. They're the people that enjoy being around people. So I mean, naturally, that.
You said tend to be, right?
Yeah, that's why I think
introverts tend to be more socially awkward, but I know some people that are extroverts that I'm going to play that little some anecdotal portion of it.
What? Are you getting out of generalizing? No, no way. Not K Mugga. This is.
But you know, we generalize shit out here. We don't give a fuck.
Nah, don't say we. Speak for yourself.
Nah, you speak for yourself, bro.
You
generalize. Let's talk about
I generalize,
that,
nigga.
But to answer the question though, I would say some extroverts are socially awkward because you see there's certain extroverts that are comfortable in their skin, and there's some that are just extra as fuck. You feel what I mean?
I know some extroverts that are like that. They're just like
right. That. Just doing too much. So now for introverts, all right, they could be socially awkward because it's not their element. There's some people that are just forcing it though. You know what I mean? So like it's a lot of like you kind of gotta find that line there. Like I wouldn't say that extroverts are more socially kept than introverts, and I wouldn't say introverts are more socially awkward than extroverts.
So can we get back to generalizing? Like, do you really think that we could go about without generalizing things? Like, we can't take everything. Or like, I think generalizing is a tool to help us process information faster. So I think it's unavoidable at times.
It's probably unavoidable at times, but I think that you can speak from your experiences and not generalize. I think when Keenan says, we don't generalize, or we don't speak for the some, we generalize, like, no, nigga. That's what you do. That doesn't mean that's what I'm gonna do. Right. You don't have to be 100% one way or the other. So
right.
I just think
generalizations is more of the majority though. Majority rules, man.
It all depends because you don't know the majority. So how the fuck you gonna say that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. It depends. Okay. So I went over this with Damon earlier. Like there's topics that I'll generalize and think black and white. There's topics that are gray area. So, for example, I'm trying to think of this example that I was just about to say. Fuck, I forgot what I was about to say. God damn.
Generalizing.
Take it real quick. I gotta rethink about that one for a second.
Gray area. I was just trying to trigger the thought process, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what conversation I was having earlier, but yeah, I mean, I did hear that the back half of that earlier, and yeah, there are certain conversations or certain topics where you can't, where there isn't a gray area or there shouldn't be, and there's certain topics where there should be a gray area.
Boundaries, man.
Yeah, just like Gene says about Dame. Dame like to frolic in the fray.
Yeah.
Frolic in the fray.
Means you like to play in the gray areas, bro.
I do, but I'm definitely more black and white than people think, because I just like I think
he comes off gray, but in his mind he's thinking black and white.
Yeah, pretty much, because I think of the meat and you get a lot of conversation out of the gray. Black and white is it. There's no real, if you say something's black or something's white, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. All the meat and all the opinions and ideas come from the gray area. So we stay in the gray because that's where the heart is, right? So black and white
is comfortable. The gray is comfortable. That's why a lot of people like to just stay in it.
I don't necessarily. I can't.
It's not comfortable. Comfortable is not the word.
Nah, that's
because you're not picking a side, so you're staying neutral. When you stay neutral, it's more. It's like.
But that doesn't
that's not
mean staying comfortable though. You might be comfortable on the black side, or you might be comfortable on the white side. It's not comfortability. Certain things there could just be a gray area. Like there's not a definite. That's not about being comfortable. It's just some things there just ain't a definite.
Any opinion to me is gray. Like
yeah, because there's no.
Okay, I'll give you an example. If there's a nigga making 15K a year and this nigga making 100K a year, who's more valuable?
Gray.
That's gray.
Because that's gray. That's gray as fuck.
So are you talking about who is more valuable financially?
Yeah, exactly. Specify.
Who's more valuable?
Wait. That's one, and then two. A nigga could be making 100K and be $1 million in debt.
Okay. So then I'll reframe it.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
And they could be making 15K and have no debt, and he's just taking home 15K, and his money's just his money. So it depends. Like there is definitely a gray area in that.
I got you, Dan. Let me reframe it. Then they both got no debt. No debt at all. If we're talking about it in that way, who's more valuable?
It depends.
Who are girls gonna go for more? Let me put it like
no. You can't do that. You definitely can't do that. That's 100% gray. That's 100% gray. If you ask who is more valuable financially, if they're in the same scenario, but he makes 10 times the amount of money, then that's black and white.
Yeah.
The person who makes more money, it's a higher dollar amount. That's a dollar amount. You can't say which one is girls gonna go for more. That's
opinion.
No.
What's an opinion?
And let's say them niggas they look alike.
Oh my! So they look alike. They got the same personality. They're from the same area.
Everything is unilateral.
Oh boy!
Once it's an opinion, bro, it's gray.
It's just like that. It's just like that topic with me and Gene. So like some podcasts ago, I asked Gene. I was like, "Hey, so who's stronger, men or women?" Then he said, "Well, I know some women that are really strong and blah blah blah." Come on now.
It depends.
And that's not bashing. Like everybody thinks, oh, you're downplaying women. That's not downplaying women. It's biologically.
Biologically, like typically men are more physically strong than women. Yeah, that's why I said physically. Damn, relax, bro.
Damn, he like screaming, yelling and shit.
Yeah, they're physically stronger, but I mean it can be
because now you have women that can endure more pain than a man.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's still a gray area.
But my thing is how can the world move if we think that gray about things?
How can the world
move? Just gray?
The way that the world
because we would be just in loops all day if we're just playing in this circular argument type of status.
I'm saying, is life not a cycle though?
Say again?
Is life not a cycle?
Big facts.
Elaborate.
Like not a cycle. Everything comes full circle. So it's always a big ass circle, regardless of the argument. You could bring up an argument today, and that shit could last forever. You could bring the same shit up next time I see you. It's still going to be the same argument. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have our own opinions. Even if we develop new opinions, it's still going to be the same. It's cyclical. Everything is, for the most part. Right. Even if you say it's something that's black and white, you could be all the way on the black side. I could be all the way on the white, and we'll just argue until we blue in the face.
Yeah, I agree. The cycle of life.
Unless you're talking about something that has specific statistics or numbers to like, you know, facts to back it up. Right. Pretty much everything's in the gray.
And then if they are facts, there's nothing really to argue about because it just is what it is.
It's a fact.
So that's why all the discussion is in the gray. That's all the feelings, the emotions, the ideas, the dreams, all are in the gray. So it's like we could talk about black and whites, but we ain't gonna get nowhere.
Not. And that's the worst part. Like the things are only black and white until it's proven wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like, all right, boom. They could say, yo, there's no cure for the common cold until there's a cure for the common cold. So like, it gets deeper. Like it's always going to be a gray.
There's no in the fray.
So, frolic in the gray.
Frolic in the gray. Yeah. But yeah,
I sprinkle in it from time to time, you know.
But like Keenan says, I'm probably a lot more black and white than people think. But I understand that there's no.
No, you just like to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, but that's frolicking in the gray, essentially, or a fray, or whatever the fuck.
Nah, that ain't frolicking. That's just being the fucking pest. You won't have your opinion won't be in the gray. You'll have a black opinion or a white opinion, but you'll be like, man, let me fuck with their head real quick.
Yo, it's crazy because Dame already has his position in an argument, but he still plays in this role of
I'll be on your side, nigga, and I will question you. I will question you like I'm your enemy, and I'll be agreeing with you.
This guy, low key interrogator.
What makes
you gotta challenge your beliefs, though?
What makes you like doing? What makes you do that?
Because you gotta challenge your beliefs. That's how you know
if something's really true.
Yeah, if something's really you hold tight. You got to challenge it. You can't just say, "Oh, I believe this," and then when something challenges you, then you like, "Oh, actually, I don't know." You got to challenge your own beliefs. So if some other fucking person does, you know what is important to you or what's a value to you. You got to challenge your own shit, man.
I could respect that.
I liked how you phrased that, Dane. That was an interesting point. I like
you know someone else will, and then you just gonna get caught out.
Right.
So I gotta ask y'all one thing that I've been talking about black and white and gray and blah blah. One thing that I've been talking about for the past few months is the fact that people cannot agree to disagree. Like I don't understand it. Like if you have your opinion, and it might be something that's in the gray, but at the end of the day, your opinion might be black, my opinion might be white. Like, I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind. Why can't we just come to a consensus of, all right, you think that way, I think this way? Why is everyone always trying to convince niggas to go to their side? What's the deal?
Because the thing about it, though, is you guys have to meet up in that middle portion to agree to disagree. But if a person's that black and white of a thinker, they ain't trying to hear none of that shit. They going to stay on their black side while you stay on the white side.
You could be a black and white thinker. You just have to be able to understand the other person, right?
Well, there's level. Well, hold on. Before you continue, real quick, there is levels to the black and white thinking. Me and Dan know people that are very, very black and white, where they don't see the gray doesn't even revolve around their head. They're just like, man, nigga, what you saying? I ain't listening to. Like, nigga, this is what I think. I'm gonna argue my point until you can agree, even though I know you're not gonna agree. I'm gonna still keep arguing my point and talking circles all fucking day.
That's terrible. How do they learn?
I don't think they do.
Y'all gotta get
I don't think they do. But what you about to say, Dane?
Oh, it just depends on the intent of the argument. So like if you're trying to argue to be right, and there's two people that are on the opposite sides, then yeah, it's gonna be like pointless. I mean, you could be black and white, and then as long as you're trying to understand, then I guess because you can understand and disagree. I actually was having that conversation earlier. So to me, my goal, like a lot of people seek knowledge, I seek understanding. I want to understand, and then I can say, okay, do I attach my agreement to this or not? Like, if first step is understanding. Like, if you sitting there trying to say, yes, I'm right and you're wrong, and the other person is doing that same shit, you're not going to get anywhere.
You're not gonna get anywhere, and you fucking with another person's way
belief
of thinking.
system.
I don't think you.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to understand to agree to disagree, though.
You don't have to understand, but I think if you come into a discussion or debate with the intent to understand, then I think
if you come in with to understand, but I'm just saying, I'm not talking about intent. I'm just saying in general. You don't have to understand to agree to disagree or like, you know what I mean? I just feel like you just have to let me break it down before y'all cut me off.
Okay, my fault.
Nah, because you, not even you, but what I'm about to say, y'all might hear the first part and be like, this nigga chatting. So like, let me break it down.
Chatting already.
So like, you don't have to like understand, right? But you need to respect the person's opinion. And when I say respect their opinion, I don't mean you actually have to respect what they're saying. Like, you don't have, like, Kayshawn could say some shit that's like, I think it's fucking stupid. I have to respect that is his opinion. I don't have to respect his opinion, but I have to respect that's his
coming
opinion,
from him.
And that's how he looked at it, and I look at it a different way.
I respect, I respect the fact that you have an opinion.
I respect the fact that you have your own opinion. I don't have to actually agree with it. I don't have to think it makes sense. I don't have to respect what you're actually saying. I just have to be mature enough to say, I respect that you think different from me. And people cannot do that.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel like it would be more powerful to say, I understand, than to say, I respect your opinion? Like, you don't think there's like a tier? I mean, I guess I'm leading the answer.
I think, but you can, I mean, I guess you can say it's probably better to say you understand, but a lot of times if I say I understand, I might be fucking lying because I really don't understand.
Don't lie.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say I understand where you're coming from because I fucking don't. I'm just gonna say I agree to disagree. I respect that your opinion's different than mine. That's it.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
No other way to put it.
Dan got no empathy. That's what it is.
You know what it is. You know what it is between people. You know what it is between people. Some people just have a lot of pride, so they don't wanna. They're not accepting that shit. That's why they're gonna argue their point to the fucking day they die. They have too much pride. They're just like, yo, nigga, my point is right. I don't give, nigga, I want you to respect more of my point than say agree to disagree. Like, you're gonna conform. That's how they looking at this shit.
I get that.
I know a few people like that. Yo, it's crazy because go ahead, okay.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, bro, like, I'm not going to say none of that. Like, once it start, when the levels start getting to the belligerentness, I'm gonna just like heard you, and I'm gonna just leave. Because I know where it's gonna go. I know where it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know even if I know or I don't know who this person is, I know once it gets to the point of, all right, I know we're not gonna get anywhere, A. 2, if I don't agree to disagree, it's gonna be a continuous argument, which life is short, dog. I don't have time for it. Fucking, I'm gonna say heard you, and I'm gonna keep it moving. I don't understand. I don't agree to disagree. I heard you, but I'm not listening anymore. I'm leaving. You feel me? So that's my perspective. Whether that's prideful or not, I don't know. But it's worked for me.
Honestly, the agree to disagree.
Heard you.
Like, because agree to disagree is almost like saying I'm respecting. In some ways, I'm respecting what you're trying to say or saying.
No,
and it's like,
not when I say it, at least.
At least like the way it can come off sometimes when people hear it.
Oh, they could think that if they want, but that ain't, to me, that just means your shit over here, my shit over here. We agree that we're never gonna be here. That's all it means. That don't mean I respect you, nothing. That means we just on opposite sides.
To the day they fucking die.
What I was gonna say was our boy was telling us how he was having an argument with his girl, no longer his girl. but he's having an argument with his girl. Nah, he was having an argument with his girl and they couldn't agree. It was something very simple. I don't remember the exact context, but it was something very simple. He said, "Yo, you're not gonna change my mind. I'm not gonna change your mind. Let's agree to disagree." And she was trying to argue about agreeing to disagree.
What?
What part? Wait. She was trying to argue, like she didn't like him saying agree to disagree. Like she
didn't like that he said agree to disagree, and then she was trying to tell him that it's not agree to disagree, that technically you're agreeing, and she didn't even understand the definition of what agree to disagree meant. So it just continued to be an argument.
Okay, so it's miscommunication.
What the fuck?
Not really.
No, it's not miscommunication. It's lack of education.
It sounds like she was trying to bull him into agreeing.
Yeah,
okay.
And then when he said agree to disagree, she was just like, nah, you wrong. You don't even know what agree to disagree means. No, actually, she was wrong.
She trying to muscle, boy.
Yeah, like sometimes people just get to that point where they will not admit fault or just not admit, like, we're not gonna come to a consensus. So I'm gonna just argue this shit till the cows come home, nigga.
Oof, that's the worst. Especially when they think you're the one who's in the wrong and they're bullying.
And then and I hate the girl. Oh shit.
You about to get big messy.
Hold on.
Yo, Liam, cut that out.
Yeah.
Hold on, we might do a mixtape real quick. I hate the girls that get in an argument with their man, and what they do is they go back to their friends and say how bad. This guy did X, Y, and Z. Yada. He said this, and that. And then when everything is cool with you and that girl again, they try to tell good stories about the nigga to their friends again, and their friends already have this. Their friends already have this already to set mind. Like, nigga, I don't fuck with that nigga. You just told me all the bad shit the nigga did. And then that girl don't even understand why. Oh, I don't understand why my friend hates you.
So what happened was, in the words of Dame, is that they had a blank canvas, right? And then she painted the canvas, and that was it. It was over.
Mm-hmm. But I'm cautious now. Like, when people tell me about other people, I'll never, like, especially under emotional state or in general, if somebody's telling me about somebody else, like, you got to think that sometimes it could be the person that's telling the story is the one that's fucked up. You got to understand they may have a bias. So it's hard for me to
with a grain of salt.
Huh? Yeah.
I take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Because if Keenan is telling me about Kayshawn, like, there's no way I can accurately depict Kayshawn until I'm actually interacting with him myself. Like, it's like.
A wise man told me there's. So if there's two sides of the argument, the girl and the guy, there's the guy's argument, there's a girl's argument, and then there's the truth. There's three sides.
Three sides to every story.
So, bro, my thing is, I don't care about the story. I didn't subscribe to this, my nigga. That's it. Keep that shit to yourself, bro. Like, my boys, yo, for real. Like, yo, if my boys be complaining about their girl, I'm just like, yo, call a shrink, my nigga. Like, fuck out of here. Yo, girls be on the line. Yo, what happened to your friend? Yo, get off my line. But
so you're not with the emotional dumping or I consider it emotional dumping sometimes.
I get that.
Emotional dumping.
My shit is, I never make myself available to that shit. And that's why they don't bother me with it. Like, I've never been that type. And I don't want to be close to any of my homies' girls because that causes further issues down the line.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. They can't say nothing to you because if they start getting,
it's not even about that. My whole thing is this. Like, what happens and what I've seen happen is I've seen really great friendships fall off because of somebody that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because they challenge friendship. Based on, all right, boom, well, you know, all right, well, this is me, this is my shorty. I'm gonna bring my shorty introduce them to all the homies. The homies is cool. And then she's hitting them up like, yo, that's big bro, da-da-da-da-da. And then something pop off or y'all on bad terms. And then she tried to slide with one of the homies. Like, I don't have time. I don't want to be that guy. So
Well, let
I don't
me
want
ask
to
you
meet you.
this. Isn't that challenging? Remember what I was saying about challenging stuff? Isn't it big? I don't
What
know.
was that?
That's tough. That's tough. No, I heard you. No. I'm not gonna go there.
Oh no, I'm saying for me, like you were asking if that would be a challenge. Like for me personally, no. But my thing is, it's not just on my end, because like if it's somebody else's girl and they feel as though that I'm big bro, there's so many different areas for there to be miscommunication within that, and especially when emotions are running high, I'd rather just not be available.
I feel you on that. You might. It's one of those things where you don't want to get caught up in the crossfire. You're just like, let me eliminate myself out of the equation.
Right.
Let me not even be a variable in this whole bullshit. It's not even worth it.
Facts. Because then on top of that, now say even if things do pan out and you're not in the crossfire, now you're the go-to to hear both stories and waste your entire evening listening to two people bitching about each other.
A moderator, basically. That's tough.
I'm not.
And then you might have one of those sides say, "Oh, I think you're more on this other side," and it's all a fucked up situation.
So you wouldn't be a neutral party. Yeah, I see why you say go to a shrink in that situation.
Yeah, I've been in that situation before. It's like, dog, I'm not about to play one side harder than the other or play both sides or whatever. Like, one of my closest friends was dating one of my guys. And it's like, bro, I need y'all to keep y'all relationship to y'all. You don't come to me. You don't come to me for advice. And y'all collectively don't come to me and think I'm y'all shrink, because I ain't got it.
What if you know one of the parties though? Only if you only know one of the parties. So like if your boy. Yeah, so if it's just your boy.
If it's my boy and he gets into an argument with his girl and hits me up.
I mean, personally, like, so I am down. So like if my boy is going through some, or somebody wants to like vent per se, or because they know how I am. They know how I am. Like, I'll tell you, like, all right, nigga, you the reason. I don't speak on the partner, right? So like if you were to come to vent to me and you're like, oh, my girl, this, that, and the third, I would never talk about the partner and say, oh yeah, she did this. I would be like, what did you do to play in the part? Right? I would only speak on behalf of like my boy or my friend. In terms of like, yeah, because it's the same concept, like grain of salt. Like whatever he says, he might be the fucking cause, or you don't. He
might be fibbing.
Yeah, that too. You never know the situation, so it's like. But to play a mediator, I wouldn't do that shit either.
Nah, I think what Dan was alluding, because Dame, you said something in the lines of what happens if like one of those parties was the friend, was your friend.
Well, the
other party is somebody that's just like
no. You know, I'm talking about from what Kayshawn was saying, like being in the middle, like when you're cool with both sides of the party.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If I'm cool with one side of the party, I'll listen to my bro vent or listen to one of my friends vent about their boyfriend. I'm not gonna listen to both sides of the story like when I'm in the middle.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So if you have a female friend, you would listen to them vent about their boyfriend?
Yeah.
I shut that shit down. If a girl, I have a friend that she's a girl and she vents to me about her nigga, I won't talk to her. I'll shut it down. I'll shut that shit down.
Why?
I will shut that shit down, bro. Cause I will shut that shit down.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
shut that shit down too.
Like,
I don't want to hear it.
I'm not want to hear about no nigga. Like, one, I don't want to hear about no nigga. Two, it's like
I don't even know that nigga.
Yeah,
but just because you don't know, what does that mean? No, I don't.
Because then like I've had like it just seems like a bad like, or she might catch feelings after venting to you. Like, nigga, I don't like if you got a nigga. I look at it about her nigga. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it for multiple reasons. I don't want to hear it.
Well, Dan, let me put it like this. Even if it's a guy friend, I don't even play sides on any of that shit. Like I don't go.
I didn't say nothing about playing sides.
No, he just said he'd listen. That's all he said.
Yeah, I just said I'll listen.
That's all he said. He'll listen.
That's why I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about, because y'all saying y'all won't even listen. So that's why I'm asking why.
Hell no, I don't want to listen. I won't listen. If it's a female that's telling me she's venting about her nigga, I won't even listen. I'll try to change the subject, man. I'm like, I don't want to really hear that shit.
So basically, but you the nigga who said you can't have female best friends anyway, or female
That's
friends.
his best friend. I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. You guys totally misconstrued it. I said that I think there will be attraction, or that one party might like the other, and that's part of the reason why I said I won't even want to hear her shit if she got a nigga, because sometimes they vent to you, they get comfortable with you, they may like you, or they may catch feelings for you because, oh, like, this is somebody I can talk with, and like, and personally, if she got a nigga, I don't like, don't fucking talk to me. Don't talk to me like that.
That ain't fair. That ain't fair though, because you'll listen to your guys, but you won't listen to the girls. That's fucked up. Me, I'm not listening to either one of y'all. You heard? So fuck the bullshit. I'm a major. I'm not a shrink. Them niggas get paid like $1.50 an hour, and you ain't cutting a check. I got no advice.
I think what Damon tried to touch on is there's a double standard to it though.
What?
Like if it was a guy coming to him in that same scenario, he's gonna listen to it.
All right, nigga. Well, think like this though. Now, what happens if you listen?
Well, I'm only speaking for him. At least for how
I've had situations. I've done it. Like, I don't mind playing being like fair if like I had a female friend, but then like I'm that way, and then I don't want to be in the situation where, okay, now, because I have been, okay, now, oh, I think she's catching feelings. And I'm like, yo, like, that's not, like, that's not, like, now I feel like just by being in the middle or being that person that's just like there to talk to, now I'm like in their relationship because she's catching feelings, but she's like, no, I don't want that. That's why you don't want to
end up the rebound. I hear you. You don't want to be in a triangle type shit.
Yeah.
But
and
my thing is, like, nigga, it's 2021. You gotta be careful. You listening to your guys. One of them niggas might start liking you. You better be careful.
That's true too. That's fucking true too. That's why you like, I'm unavailable to every fucking body.
I'm off it, bro.
I understand what K. Sean's saying though. Like, he's just saying, fuck it, I'm not listening to either one. But you, Dane, you saying like you'll listen to the guy and say like, what did you do wrong? But you won't listen to the girl. That's weird.
I just told you why. Because I
said it's weird.
What's weird about it?
It's weird.
I would play.
I've done it. Like, I don't mind doing it. But then what happens when I think it just becomes an awkward dynamic, like I said. But like K-Sean, to his point, it could happen with niggas too. And
yeah, you gotta be careful, man.
Listen, I'll listen to niggas vent. I'm not gonna tell you what you should or shouldn't do. Sometimes people need someone to vent to talk to tell their side of the story. I'm gonna listen to your side of the story. That doesn't mean I'm gonna say you're right, he's right, she's right, this is right, you should have done this, you should have done that. I'm not giving anybody no fucking advice. Unless specifically ask me for advice and say, Daniel, I this is my scenario. What should I do with this? Then I may, depending on the scenario, give you advice. But
I will listen to
someone venting. I'll listen.
I will listen to a
listen. I might be like, yeah, I feel you. Like, you know how you got them coworkers that be talking to you, but you'll be at work doing your shit. He's like, yeah,
right.
Like, I'll listen, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna like pick a side or, you know what I mean, do anything crazy with it.
With a female friend, specifically, like, it's not just I gotta specify again, it's not venting, it's venting about their relationship. To me, first of all, I don't know if that's, to me, I don't know. Yeah, to me, specifically with the relationship. If it's something bullshit about like, oh, my sister did this shit, that's different. But if it's about her relationship, I don't want to hear it.
I'm saying you inside.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
is what it is. I ain't mad at.
I mean, everybody handles it different. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying I actually listen. I don't blame you for not listening or for, you know, doing the K-Sean and just saying fuck everybody. You got to do what's best for you.
Man.
I just listen because I know when I got a vent, them motherfuckers gonna listen to me.
That makes sense. I'm saying if there's reciprocation, I could get that.
Reciprocity.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
sometimes it may not even be that I need them to, or that I ask them to, but I just know if there is a point where I need them to, if it's not willing to, I'm be like, nigga, what?
So let me ask you
bullshit,
this.
you won't hear me today. Like,
So let me.
what you talking about?
Let me flip the question now. Would you vent to one of your female friends about your relationship?
Yeah.
I'm not venting to nobody about my relationship.
Nah.
Hey, dog, I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
No, but let me tell you why though. Because with me and my female friends, if I go to them and say, this is a scenario and I'm gonna vent, they're gonna listen. And but I'm gonna ask them, I need your perspective as a female. Don't be my friend. Just like, this is what I told you. Where did I fuck up? Because I'm gonna take accountability. And I've done that. Like I've said, where did I go wrong? And they'll be like, Daniel, you should have did this. Or they might be like, Daniel, no, she's really tripping. But I expect that I can get a female perspective because it's grounding. Like if I know I did some shit and then I go to y'all and y'all be like, man, she tripping. Y'all are guys. Y'all might feel the same way as a guy. Like, no, she's tripping. But I get an alternate perspective and someone can tell me like, nah, like, Daniel, you were wrong.
Right.
I would tell you you are wrong. You'd rather not you, nigga, if it's not.
But see, Dame, that's you though.
Right.
The niggas are gonna be.
I think if you open that can of worms, like.
Right. How many niggas? Because there's a lot of people I notice who don't like to tell their friends what they need to hear, but they'll tell their friends what they want to hear.
I hate that.
I need someone telling me what I want to hear. I need someone telling me what I need to hear.
And that's why, and see, that's why I play off that whole situation of there's in any scenario with that, there's the guy, the girl, and the truth, or the two people in the truth, however you want to mix that up. Because people will leave out some very, very, very important details in something that they're trying to feed to you. And it's
because they're trying to make you choose their side.
Right. They want to justify their point as much as possible. They want to make sure that you pick a side.
Right. I'm not trying to make anyone choose my side. I'm trying to make someone tell me where the issue is, period. So
you don't think it's a little dangerous? You don't think it's a little dangerous talking up to a female about your relationship? What if she like
It depends on what you're searching for.
It'd be a little dangerous though. I mean, it depends on her mind too. Like she could try to I don't know.
Yeah, she could sabotage it, but if you're strong in your relationship, that shit shouldn't matter. For one.
It depends.
It will matter if you value her opinion to a degree. Because you kind of confide in her trust. If you went to her, it's because you kind of trust her to some degree to give you accurate feedback. So,
but do you trust her as much as your wife though?
See, but bro, that's why I said I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I'm just trying to play devil advocate in the situation. I agree with you.
I dig it 100%.
But ain't none of us married, so we need to stop saying wife first.
I'm married for now.
We getting there.
Yeah, I'm married.
Getting there. We getting there.
Oh man, here we go.
Hey man, you got.
I agree, K-Sean. I agree with K-Sean, man. Because once you open that can, especially to, let's say, you never know what mind state she's in. She might be in this petty mind. Who knows? Who knows? And like you said,
it doesn't matter.
That's your fault for having a flaky that's your fault for having a flaky female as a friend.
Nigga, human beings, it's human. She may just be. What if she just had a negative space at the time you went to her for advice? And it's not even about trusting her more than trusting your wife. It's just what if she plants some seed in your fucking head? That's all it could it could just be a fucking seed.
If I think of the person in that manner, I'm not even gonna ever go to them on a scenario though. There's only two females I would ever talk to about anything relationship advice, period.
My mom and my sisters.
No.
There's my
no, like they're my female best friends, but like their kids are my godchildren. Like they're not going to, you know what I mean? They're not.
Yeah, they're on a different level.
Yeah, like they're not have some secret love for me or like, you know, there's none of that shit. Like it's literally just we are legit friends.
Bro, my thing
So
about it is
it's a little bit different.
Like, not to like go against your perspective, but I feel like as much as you're trying to not have that scenario happen from friends, like trying to sabotage you, I feel like niggas do that every day.
That's true.
Oh yeah, no, there's always there's a thin line, right? So there's a thin line, and scenarios or people that you think you trust, you can't always trust.
That's true.
Right.
So I mean, you have to find that connection, that scenario, that person that you can honestly trust, and that may never happen. It may never happen.
True.
But like the females, like I said, that I'm speaking of, like they're gonna give me the real raw shit. They're gonna hold me accountable. They're not gonna like pick my side just because I'm their friend. They're not,
you know
what I mean?
You know what's crazy about that, Dan? I hate telling certain people about a little bit about my personal situations, and they always agree with me. That always rubs me the wrong way right there, because it's like, yo, you're not bettering me. You're not getting me to a place mentally where I can question myself and say, like, damn, am I tripping? Am I?
Well, what if they do agree
up?
with you though? That's the thing. What if they actually just agree with you? That's the thing too.
If they actually agree with me, that's different.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if it's a pattern, like it's just all the time, and you can tell if somebody's like not even trying to hear the other person's side or hear about, hey, Keenan, like, what did you say to her? Well, how did you say it? Like, how did you go about this? There's always 3 layers of how to dig deep into a person and see like exactly how the conversation really went. Some people just like play it surface level, like, yeah, Keenan, from the stuff you told me, man, fuck that person, fuck this and that, man, you was right. And it's like, damn, I didn't even tell you a lot about what that person was saying. You just jumped in the bandwagon. like goddamn.
Picture. They didn't get the full picture, but then
they didn't want to. But that'd be the thing. They didn't want to.
I hate a yes man or yes woman. That shit is the worst. Like, don't agree with everything I'm saying just because you're on my side.
I think a yes man is just worse than a yes woman, honestly.
I think that, oh my God. But anyways, I think that's the most untrustworthiness, a yes person, right? Telling you what you just want to hear.
There's a friend that I have, and he used to like tell me, you know, the shit that was going on, confide in me. And I would tell him when he fucked up, like, bro, you're tripping, like, you're wrong, right? I was the more mature person, like, you're wrong, you need to fix it, like, you shouldn't have did this or that. It got to the point when he would, like, when he did some dumb shit or he knew some shit where he felt like he would be wrong, he wouldn't tell me no more because I was gonna hold him accountable. He'd go to someone else and tell someone else because he knew that person was gonna like be on his side. And I'm like, bro, that's dumb. Like, you really just want someone to be on your side to make you feel like you're right, to make you feel you did the right thing. Yeah, to validate the bullshit. I'm not gonna validate your bullshit. If I truly think what you did is wrong, then I'm gonna tell you.
So and then people don't fuck with you after a while.
Exactly, and that's fine because that just means we're not on the same level. We're not in the same maturity.
We're not on the same frequency. That's
space.
all it is.
Yeah, like
we're just not on the same frequency. If people, no. Here's the thing. Here's the net of it, right? If people can't see on the same fucking, if they can't take constructive criticism, then they're not adults. And that's just plain and simple. Like, people always, I hate when people do this. They feel like everything, like when they feel like you're trying to attack them, they automatically just assume you're against them. And it's like, no, I'm not against you. I'm just trying to help you out and get you to a better way of thinking. But they not looking at it like that.
I'm just telling you the honest truth on how I've interpreted the situation.
Right. You just hearing
this
how
shit on mute, Kayshawn.
Yeah, it's on mute, bro.
There you go. Nah, I was about to say, niggas just be having different wides to the conversation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That be it. One nigga want a yes man. One nigga trying to, have a better understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
That be it.
Nigga K showing like he about to sell some drugs or some shit out there, man, Boston.
Nah, that nigga went to go pick up some calamari.
I had to run to the space. I gotta finish this painting shit. Oh yeah, I can show you the new location.
There we go.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so boom. Hold up.
Oh, nice.
We got this
So
shit
you got
done.
two spots now, right?
Yeah, this is the second spot. So we do all it.
That's lit.
We got this shit done. Hold up.
I'm gonna come through that shit and be like,
This nigga says, don't follow me, but here I'm gonna show you exactly where to go.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's business. That's different.
That's generating funds, man.
Yeah,
Right.
Let's get this bread, bro.
That's litty.
Heard you had to go see your pops and all that. Yeah, we just halfway done. Never mind it.
If I had a reason to be in Boston, I would link y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna come see you later this month, by the way.
There's reasons to go to Boston. There's legal reasons to go to Boston. Oh,
I
you're
have
in
no
Houston.
reason to go to Boston, nigga.
You're in Houston.
I'm in Dallas.
Dallas. This tiredness kicking in Texas.
Come on, man. Houston Ratchet, man. Come on, man. He's in a better
Houston's ratchet, really? I have no idea.
Yeah,
It's a little ratchet, but it's more niggerish than DFW.
Is it twerk on the street ratchet? I don't know.
I hope not.
Okay. You mute that shit real quick, bro.
Oh, all right, my bad.
You good? But yeah, man. Houston definitely it's a wild west out there.
I haven't even been to Houston yet. I need to go to Houston. I was supposed to go last March, actually. I was supposed
COVID
to a hip hop food truck festival.
That sounds lit.
Yeah, it would have been lit. And actually rescheduled it finally. It's supposed to be next month, but I ain't going to that shit.
Priorities.
Yeah, niggas got work and shit. Niggas got to get this Fetty, man.
Hey, man, Houston get nasty, bro.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know if Houston gets nasty. Do you have firsthand experience, Keenan?
Man.
Keenan's.
I'm gonna go back off that social media shit, man. I be just seeing it.
Oh, yeah. Social media, yeah. I want to visit Texas too. Houston specifically.
Man, fuck Houston, man. Pull up to Dallas, man.
My nigga Dame, I pulled up to Austin, nigga. Fuck out of here.
What's Austin, man?
Dame about to go to El Paso.
Why?
Yeah, all the rednecks, nigga.
What?
Yo, Keen, y'all about to pull up for New Year's this year since y'all ain't pull up last year?
Oh, absolutely, my nigga.
Fine,
You pulling up, Kay?
fuck no.
Yo, Keenan was supposed to pull up for fucking New Year's and this man got COVID, man.
See, that's a sign from
He
God.
was sitting in the bed like, yo, I feel like shit, bro.
He got COVID in
This is
Connecticut.
so
He didn't get COVID out here.
Damn. I'm saying, yo, what's the situation? Like, where are you at? You're in El Paso, he said?
Hell no. I'm in between Dallas and Fort Worth. I'm like literally smack dab. I'm 20 minutes east is Dallas, 20 minutes west is Fort Worth.
Okay.
So I'm right by the DFW airport, you know? So,
Possibly. We might slide through. I'll bring wifey through, get the little sitter for the weekend or something. Like, I don't know about New Year's, but like we'll probably just pop up, just say what's up, see what's going on.
yeah, man. Pull up, man.
I'm with that.
I'm tired of coming back to Connecticut, man. Niggas need to start coming out here.
Shit, tell me
I
about.
told you to move on the other side of the world, nigga.
Hey, nobody thinks to stay in Connecticut either.
Nigga, I came back to Connecticut.
At one point, Dan, we're supposed to be Los Angeles.
Where you was at, Dan?
Who, me?
Yeah, you said you came back. Where you was at?
I was in South Florida and I was in Georgia.
Okay.
Oh, you talking about when you was younger?
Yeah.
Oh, talking about adult shit, nigga. I don't care about middle school.
Cat said, I don't care where you went to elementary, cuz.
This nigga Damon, an immigrant. This nigga be moving around for real.
Man, Cat called the immigrant. Nah, bro. I don't know, man. I've been hanging in Mass for a little minute. I've been out here for almost 5 years now.
Yeah, I remember when y'all moved out there.
Yeah, had to make a move, dog. Like, and it actually helped me because, like, I feel like I'd still be kind of stagnant in Connecticut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I read something recently that was like a life trick is to get out of your hometown just because of all the distractions.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
you're more focused when you're outside of your own element.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got people that knew you from high school and you was lit back then, and they still telling you lit, and you ain't accomplished nothing,
Dirtbag.
Yeah, it don't make a difference. You know what I mean? That's why you still see niggas in the East Hartford in front of Burnside convenience store. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Like, what's up?
Yeah, nah, that's a fact.
I'm just getting that Krauser's pizza, man.
Right. There's a lot of distractions with friends and family and just other shit going on.
Right.
I mean, I personally feel like when you get out of that element, I feel like you can definitely level up and focus a lot more.
Right.
But
Or you could just go on social
people,
media and have people gas you up.
it depends. It depends on the person and depends on what you're trying to do. You know, because if you're trying to like you, Kayshawn, like you started your own business and shit, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, you doing your thing, you got your second location, blah, blah, blah. But if you would have did that in Connecticut, where you know mad niggas,
oh man,
probably it would have boomed faster, but maybe not because you might not have been as focused. So it's like,
yeah.
I mean, you got to weigh the pros and the cons.
I might not have even did it because if I was still in Connecticut, I'd still be rapping. Like, what am I doing? I'd be looking at it. I'm just like, bro, like, all right, cool. Like, I got a buzz out here. I get a little $200, $300 a show, get booked like every 2 weeks or something, have a full-time job. But it's like, yo, you a local celebrity. Like, that shit's not lit to me. Like, that's not what I got into it for. So why are they settling now? You know what I mean?
That paper at the end of the day.
It's easier to develop new habits at a new location. Change environment, change habits.
Change the people you're around. Like, I had to be in a bigger room. You know what I mean? I didn't learn about real estate until I moved to Boston. Like, I was in New York. Nobody knew about real estate because you can't afford that shit.
I know New York City, nigga. Speaking of real estate and
full circle.
Like that,
full circle.
These cyclical shit, right?
Full circle.
Yo, hold on.
We literally went backwards. We started at rentals and we got to social media, and then we went and ended up social media, and then ended up at rentals. Look at that, full circle. Cyclical.
You see how it is.
Yo, it's crazy. Me and Dan, we was on the phone earlier. I was had to work and everything, and we was talking about like some of the most expensive cities to live in, and the median cost for housing in San Francisco was like, what was it then? Like $1.3 million.
1.378.
Wow.
1.3 million fucking dollars for a house in fucking San Francisco, California.
That's the median cost, bro.
Median. Right. What's the minimum? 900,000?
Probably shit. Unless you living in the streets, buying a shit on the corner.
If the median, and I was looking at it. I was looking at it too. If you make I think it was like 100 and. Don't quote me exactly, but I think it was like $136,000 in San Francisco. It's like making fucking like, because I live in Bloomfield, Connecticut, so it's like making $50K in Bloomfield, Connecticut.
Yeah,
I think it was higher than that, bro.
That probably mean the cost is double. That's all it is.
Yeah, the cost of living index in San Francisco is fucking nuts. So they basically like 190K in San Fran is equal to 130 in New York City.
Wow.
And that's so there's an article I read, and this might be, the facts might not be exactly lined up, but basically there's a rule that like you're not supposed to spend more than 30% of your income on housing or some shit like that.
That was a general, yeah.
Yeah. So that based on that rule to afford a 1-bedroom apartment in San Francisco, you need to make $190,000.
Fucking damn.
For a 1-bedroom apartment, not a house.
Right.
2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, a 1-bedroom apartment.
To be fair, I think you could skew the numbers if you're making 200K, because then if you could get a higher percentage into your house, and because other prices may still be like, I don't want to go there. My brain isn't at peak capacity to explain this correctly, so I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna go there. I'm done. Shut me up.
Bow out gracefully.
Yeah, shut me up. Shut me up now.
Cut his mic, Dan. Cut his mic.
Shut me up now. I'm not.
Nah, you gotta talk to man in the control room to do that.
I can't do this right now.
You're right.
You the co-host, man.
Yeah, man. But anybody got any last few takes on this real estate shit? Even though we went back full circle.
Right. Nah, man. Mainly just, I don't know. Like, it depends on where you at. And then don't be afraid to buy outside of your state, because you could get some stuff for super cheap. Like, I was looking in Boston at a triple for $550,000. I looked in Connecticut, you get that same triple for $250,000.
Mm-hmm.
This is pissing me off.
But see, you know people in New York, so that, I mean, New York and Connecticut, so that could actually help too. Because like when I was in Connecticut, dudes like, yo, buy property in Baltimore, You could get a 2-family, 3-family, blah blah, all this shit. I'm like, bro, the fuck, I ain't going to Baltimore like on the regular, and I don't. Going out there, I could be like, yeah, like, yo, go check on the house.
Go manage my property.
Do that shit.
Right.
Go manage my property.
Connecticut, then I got people who could help me out. Fuck them in Baltimore.
I don't know. You got to be careful.
Nobody ain't trying to live in no Baltimore, nigga.
Nah, Baltimore got different hoods, bro. Like, you got to be careful.
Right. You don't even, you don't even know the areas. No, like, nah, it's too much to even try to fuck with that.
Right.
But the area you know, and you got people who could provide you information and people who could check up and look out, then yeah, it's definitely a different ballgame.
For sure.
Any last words from Vibes? No Cartel?
Damn, Vibes.
No, man. I'm tired as fuck.
Don't worry.
My niggas say, yo, listen, I just hit middle age. I'm just trying to relax.
Damn, you said you hit middle age. That's crazy.
You about to get a Corvette?
40. You trying to say 40?
Midlife crisis.
I ain't gonna lie.
They ain't about to pull up tomorrow with a Harley.
You gonna have a leather helmet
man,
on?
fuck it. Before we drag this shit out, let me hurry up and end this shit, man. Yo, outros. Yo, Mugga, control room Mugga, man. Go ahead.
Control room. Yo, you heard the guy, man. Keenan Nelson, aka Mugga, KMugga19. Follow me on Instagram. You heard me.
Vibes.
You know the vibes. No Cartel.
Yeah, man. Cohiba season. Don't follow me. Follow Revent Space. You heard? Revent Space. You heard? Or go to like reventspace.com. No, reventboston.com. Shameless plug, because we doing this. So we trying to go up this year. You
heard it. Man, I'm your boy, Dan the Man, Petty King Danny, at New Skywalker. That's all my at names. Make sure you follow me, follow Politically Incorrect Podcast, follow all of our hosts, and follow Revent Space for sure. Y'all have a blessed night. We out.